Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Kpsn. Last Thursday, our Warriors took on Catholic Memorial in the Division II Super Bowl at Gillette Stadium in their fourth appearance in the last 6 years. Despite suffering an unfortunate loss, our Warriors played their hearts out and proved that they could hang with the best. They accomplished something no other team has accomplished this season, holding the Knights scoreless through the opening 12 minutes of the game. A couple of punts and an early goal line fumble forced by Jake Sullivan shocked the crowd and set the Warriors up for an early 3-0 lead. Their momentum was halted there, however, as consecutive CM touchdown passes, one for 51 yards and the other for 14, sent the Warriors into half down 14-3. Following a 3-yard rushing touchdown by CM coming out of half, our Warriors showed a new fire and drove down the field with ease. After a couple of nice catches from senior Danny Clancy and a clutch fourth down reception from Jonathan Joseph that kept the drive moving, junior halfback Rudy Gately pushed forward and broke the plane for a third quarter touchdown. KP replicated this on their next drive as a long pass interference penalty and a few screen passes set up the Warriors inside the 10. On third down, senior quarterback Charlie Grant kept the ball and ran for a 1-yard touchdown score. Charlie Grant later connected with Crawford Kantab on a 2-point conversion attempt to bring the score within striking distance. From there, it was all CM. A long flea flicker touchdown reception and a pick six left the game out of reach. As the play clock ran out, CM had won the game 42-18. However, Coach Brian Lee says there's a greater story that came out of this game than the score tells. He claims, quote, "I am so proud of all of them. It's all about them, how hard they work and how much these boys believed. Boys, you played a great game, and it felt awesome to be united as a community and there to cheer you on in an epic Gillette Stadium game."
All right, so KP, great football team. I love the boys that I played with. That's what kept us together. We started with something like 35 dudes freshman year, 35 kids in a freshman team, down to 13 seniors. It's more than just a game, it's a brotherhood. Throughout this KP thing, waking up for gut camps, driving in the middle of nowhere for lifts during the winter, waking up at 5:30 every morning, it builds a bond. And I'm sure that I'll see these boys throughout college throughout the rest of my life, and that's what I love about it.
I was really proud of how our team fought. Obviously it's not the outcome that we wanted, but we were still happy and proud of the way that we played in that game, and we're still able to get to that point. You take away the pick six, our defense only allowed 35 points, which I think is the lowest that Catholic Memorial's ever scored in a game. But a takeaway from the year is just that hard work can get you anywhere. No one expected us to end up there at the end of the year, and we did, so it was good.
Obviously, you play the game to win, but when you come out of playing a tough team like we did in the Super Bowl, I feel as though the boys showed up, they were present, things were hard, it was a tough opponent, and just overall just playing and competing the whole time. Very pleased with their attitude and their belief the whole time.
It is time to recognize our Warriors of the Month for the month of November, and let's just say these athletes were chosen to represent an incredible group of talented Warriors. For the boys, we are honoring senior football captain Jonathan Joseph. Jono is a defensive superstar for our Warriors and will also catch passes and return kicks weekly. His incredible month was highlighted by 2 unbelievable interceptions in the quarterfinal game against Mansfield. The first came late in the game as he completed one of the most athletic plays we have seen all year. The second sealed the game for KP as Mansfield obtained possession after a blocked field goal. Jono is one of the hardest workers the program has ever seen, consistently putting in tireless work inside and out of football season. He shut down numerous opposing wide receivers throughout the playoffs and was one of the main reasons the Warriors were able to return to Gillette Stadium this year.
And I saw the sign in my yard, and I was like, oh, there's no way. I had to get a video. I sent a video to the football group chat, and it was just hype. I never thought I would get that. Being on a big team, there's so many kids to choose from, especially out of the seniors. We have a bunch of good juniors, and all my 4 years, I never thought I would get it. I think it all started back in my junior year. I felt like I had a not so good year. So immediately when it was done, I started working out every day. I came to every lift. We did 77 in the spring. I came to every one. Even in the summer, we did 77, lifting every day, early in the morning with our teammates and all that. And then finally in camp, just getting better every day, waiting for just my chance to finally be a better player for my teammates. Even in the beginning of the year, we were ranked 50-something, and now at the end we're number 6 in the state, and it's a better future for our guys coming next year. I think it's important for anyone to realize that you got to do anything you can for your team to win. It's not about stats; it's about the result at the end of the game. So you just got to do what you can for your team to win, no matter what it takes. Tackles, interceptions, catches, even just a block, it all counts. I want to thank all my coaches. I wouldn't be in the position where I am now without them, especially Coach Lee. He runs the operation and everything, and all my life I wanted to play for him, and I want to thank my position coaches. And every day we work on different techniques for our games, and all the coordinators, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, they all just do a great job every day.
Jono's just great. He totally typifies what we look for in a Warrior at KP. He's a hard-working guy. He's undersized, so he has to make up with that with a lot of heart. He had a bunch of interceptions down during that month and played well on defense, had some key catches on third downs to keep drives going, and just his overall, plus special teams, making plays on both sides of the special teams. He doesn't come off the field for us, and he is just everything that we love about KP football, and just a great kid on top of all that.
On the girls' side, we would like to recognize senior cheer captain Lily Denholm. Throughout her cheer season, Lily led the squad, providing boosts of positive energy and encouragement to all of her teammates. Her first-year head coach was extremely complimentary about Lily, stating that she has respect for both her coaches and teammates, as well as coordination, kindness, and just pure talent. Cheerleading is a team sport, taking everyone to execute routines or cheers at games. It is extremely hard to have just one who shines. This year, Lily was both gracious on and off the blue mat and stood out to everyone around the team. Throughout her cheer career, she's always demonstrated loyalty to the program, always putting her teammates first. As a flyer, she has true KP spirit and has been a consistent performer in stunting, tumbling, and teamwork. Her coach emphasized that her leadership as a captain has helped the program grow this year, and she was a key factor in driving our cheer team to states this season.
I was in Boston at night. My mom texted me to look in the lawn when I got home, so I did, and I saw the sign. I was shocked, but it's such an honor to get it, and I'm really excited to get it. My cheer team did really good this season. I was a senior captain and a flyer. We made it to states, which is the first time in a really long time in my coach's first year ever making it, which is a really good accomplishment to have. A goal of mine this year as a captain was to make it to states because I've always wanted to out of my 4 years on this team. And I knew in order to do that, we'd have to put in extra work with conditioning. So on days off and in captain's practices, we really pushed for that this season.
Congratulations to both of these incredible Warrior athletes, and thank you for your immense dedication to your programs and teammates in your 4 years as a Warrior. And now, our winter sports athletes are working hard to prepare for their seasons that start this week. Coach Stefano is pushing his boys varsity basketball team to be ready for their first game, and they will look to kick their season off strong on the road next Friday against Taunton. He's hoping to cultivate a strong defensive team and consistent offense to back them up. The captains, Danny Clancy, Will LaPlante, and Charlie Grant, are hoping to have much success after last year's tough season. They know a positive and confident approach is critical this year.
Coming off an 0-9 season, we're looking to do a little better than 0-9. We've got a good team, good squad.
We're going to bounce back from our 0-9 season last year. The Hawks more open this year, so it's anybody's league. We come back, we play hard, work hard. We can maybe come out with first in the Hawk.
The girls varsity basketball team is breaking in a new head coach this season. Head coach Jeff Miskowitz and his captains Elizabeth Mola, Julia Marsden, and Liv Flan look to mold the team into a Hockomock powerhouse. Players to watch this season are 6'4" center Emily Sawyer and their elusive point guard Jacqueline Bonner. The starting five are veteran players with strong determination to succeed. They will open their season against Foxborough at home on December 14th. It is finally puck season, and the KP girls hockey team is looking to get off to a hot start this Saturday against Milton. They have a very strong core of group leaders, led by senior captains Sydney O'Shea, Morgan Cunningham, Jen Daniels, Allie Donovan, and Meg Sherwood. These seniors have been 4-year varsity players and bring a lot of experience to the team, including a stellar defense and even better offense. You may remember our boys hockey team had an amazing season last year, having not one, but 2 historic accomplishments and the most challenging of seasons. They beat a strong Franklin team for the first time in 2 decades and went on to be crowned co-Hawk champions with their rival Panthers. There's a promising new crew of sophomores on the team's roster this year, and they are poised to keep raising the bar with their collective experience on the ice. Captains Kevin Birnbaum, Sean Crowther, Nolan Filer, and Sean Fitzpatrick have high hopes for yet another outstanding season. And they have their sights set on December 20th, when they will take on Medway at home.
If we can show up and play hard and everyone does the right thing, we should be able to pull out a win.
Yeah, we don't have a first game until December 20th. We still have a few more scrimmages, 2 weeks of practice. We'll be ready to go.
I think we got it this year. We got good captains to lead us to win. We got a solid team, solid goaltending.
I think we have a good shot at winning the state tournament. We'll definitely make it to the Final Four.
Our indoor track team has been working tirelessly in their training and conditioning in hopes for a strong season this year. Following a COVID-modified season that forced all indoor meets to be held outside, our Warriors are eager to get back into indoor competition and capitalized on what they missed last year. They are feeling well prepared for their first meet this Monday, December 13th at Wheaton College against Attleboro. Head coach John Adams has been working hard to get his wrestling team ready for their first tournament this weekend. Their training is intense as their skills necessary for success are complex and strategic in nature. The coaching staff works very hard to encourage wholehearted investment in the sport and has always been centered around pride, perseverance, and unwavering discipline in the mind and body. Captains Will Conniff, Hunter Hastings, and Sam DeBadgers are stepping up to help mold the strong team as they have a very tough competition ahead of them. The team will put their training to the test in a 4-way tournament at Tri-County this weekend.
Team's looking good. We got a lot of freshmen. We're putting in the work. It's the first week and the team's looking strong. Season, I want to place at the postseason. I want to make it to the state championship and hopefully win it. Coach pushes us really hard at practice and teaches us a lot of life lessons we can carry on in life. And I think wrestling makes us better people.
Our ski team is waiting anxiously for the snow and colder temperatures so they can hit the slopes soon. The team has begun training last week on the turf. Their competition takes place at Ward Hill, located in Shrewsbury, and with temps in the 60s this week, making snow has been challenging. Senior captains Will Wyvlin, Andrew Longobardi, and Lily Brown are collectively praying for some fresh powder very soon. There are only 4 races scheduled for this year, and they know they have to be ready to take an aggressive approach when the time comes. The gymnastics team is looking very strong for their upcoming season. Captains Casey McDonald, Kate Collins, and Sophia Rydell are working hard to help prepare their team for their first meet against Attleboro on December 17th.
We're the captains of the KP gymnastics team and we're really excited about this season. We've been working really hard the past 2 weeks and ever since the season started, and we're really excited for what's to come.
We have a lot of good juniors this year. They're all good at like every single event and they're going to stack up our points for us. I think we're going to do really good at our meets.
Yeah, we have 4 new gymnasts this year and they're all very talented. So hopefully they'll be able to compete all around and get some good points for us. So I'm very excited for this season.
Our King Philip swim team is a very young team with lots of talent in the younger classes. They do not have the numbers they expected this year, but are very confident they will be able to exceed expectations this season.
This year, I think our season is actually going to go really well. Girls team is really stacked this year. We have amazing incoming freshmen, and we have also amazing underclassmen that we haven't had on the team before. We are definitely 10 times more competitive this year than we were last year, or really any previous year. Our biggest opponents usually OA. They're not in our division anymore. So with them not being in our division, their top swimmers graduating, we honestly have a chance to take home the Hawk title this year.
Our swim team is set to splash on December 15th against Canton. That's it for this week's broadcast. We'll be back here next week with all of our winter sports updates. Fans, get out there and support our athletes in their opening competitions. We wish you all the best of luck for a successful start to the 2021-2022 season.